أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ربنا زدنا علما وارزقنا فهما واجعلنا نستعين القرآن واجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين آمين يا رب العالمين. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Alhamdulillah, we continue our Arab of surah al-Baqarah. We have Sister Mufida, Sister Iram, and also Sister Hana. Thank you so much for come and join live session. So we are on ayah number 5, and I promised to pull out notes regarding pointers, but I apologize. I haven't found the notes. Inshallah, I will try again after this. Hopefully, I found it. I find it soon, inshallah. So, aside than that, what we were doing yesterday, we were checking, yeah. Wait. Oh, we try to find what is the connection between ulaika and the previous ayah. So far we didn't find anyone talking about the connection. Let's see. If we not find anything here, then what about leave it for now?
Yeah. Yes.
Ya. Ulaika ibtida wal khabar ala hudan wa ahli what? Oh, ini this is ahli Najid, the people of Najid, something like that. So ulaika wa ba'duhum yaqul allalika atau allaka allalika. Oh,
They have the different ways of, like a different version of
ulaika ya.
the people of Najd.
Iya. Okay. This is mixed with maybe tafsir or something. Yeah. No. There is nothing. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't find anything. Regarding about this, but I think I saw something in the circle. Let's see. If I remember it correctly. Also an Arabic study. Yeah, here we go. Shouldn't Hudan be translated as guidance or guidelines? I.e., in the book, there are guidelines for the God-fearing, since Hidayah or Hudan is a common noun, and common nouns refer to an entire category, i.e., guidance about worshipping Allah, guidance about treating parents, guidance about giving charity, etc. In English, the common nouns are usually written in singular or with an article a Thus, it seems to give the meaning of singular and the category representation is lost. What do you think? Sister Iram?
Yes, Sister Hana. About this explanation, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading again. Guidance about this is general guidance. Yeah, I agree. The entire category. In English, the common nouns are usually written in singular or with an a article. Yes, but this it seems to give the meaning of singular and the category representation is lost.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
the category representation is lost, referring to that when we have this mentioned here, the entire category. So the guidance is in the broad, right? Guidance for in. I have also remember from my tafsir class in the Al-Fatiha. There are three types of guidance. There Allah Ta'ala said, Ehdina Siratal Mustaqim. There are three types of guidance. General guidance is for everyone. Like Allah Ta'ala has given that guidance to all of His creation. Even that is when a baby cries and because if a baby needs something, right? If he's thirsty or hungry, then he needs how to he knows the guidance is within himself or herself. Baby knows how to tell or conveys his parents that he's hungry or he's thirsty or she's thirsty. So and fish who knows how to like swim in the water. That is in the general guidance. Allah Ta'ala has given that to everyone, to all of His creation. Example I have given you. And then the number 2 guidance is for those people who have believed in Allah Ta'ala, who have iman. Those have they have the second guidance, a special guidance through their iman and through the prophets and through this script like Quran Kareem and all that sacred books. That is the second guidance, and the third guidance are very special, like elite guidance to those who are bringing themselves more closer to Allah Ta'ala. Yeah. Muttaqeen people.
So what you're trying to say here is the hudan here referring to the
here is a singular, and I don't know what they have been but hudan is in general, like general.
Oh,
and
the first
the first
category.
Yeah, the first, and yes.
Okay, let's see.
Allah Ta'ala has given guidance to everyone, to all His creations, and even the disbeliever, they have the seed of that fitra, fitra. So they have that kind of instinct in them, inbuilt fitra in them, that if they reflect on the science of the creation of Allah Ta'ala, then they can automatically or helplessly can seek that guidance of iman.
Okay. Okay, right. So general guidance
General
can
guidance,
be
yes.
for everyone, everything, and in many ways possible. It's guidance to me.
Yeah,
right.
Even the trees and all the creation, sun and the moon, they all know and recognize their Lord. Yeah, the Creator.
Right, and then I think most of us would agree with that, and the point that the brother Ibrahim made is actually the how to translate the word hudan. Like I cannot comment further because I know my English is not good. Like I don't know what to say here, but I know what you are trying to say. Like I got the point, but I cannot say like is this should be like this, the translation, or should be like that. I think we need someone that better English than me to.
Can I say something?
Yeah, yeah,
Assalamualaikum.
sure. Sure.
If this person isn't an English speaking person, so he wants it to be translated as guidances. There's no such thing in English. No English person will ever. He says here at the bottom, it seems to give the meaning of singular. No English speaking person will think of it as singular. It's just general. But I suppose because he's not an English speaker, he thinks it must be it must be translated as plural now. But there's no such thing in English.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
just guide. It's just
oh,
general guide.
I
But
see.
because he's not English speaking, he thinks you mustn't say a guidance. Whereas
Yeah.
no English speaking person will ever think of guidance in the plural. It's just general. It's
All right.
a
So
category.
there is no word such guidances. No. But
No,
right?
you can't use guidances in English. There's no such thing.
Okay.
You just use guidance. It's a general term.
All right. Even without the S,
Even if you
like,
put a in front, a guidance, it will still be more general. No
all
English person will think of it as singular.
right.
Yeah.
So if let's say if I understand, if I have better English and I find the word guidance, it's like immediately I know this is like general and have like maybe
Yes.
subcategories, something like that. Ah,
Yes.
I see. Okay. Yeah, because me myself not, as everyone knows, I'm not native, so really like new knowledge for me as well. Jazakumullahu khairan for give that comment, and also Sister Mu'mina for the explanation. And we also got to hear a little bit from tafsir, like mashallah, even it's just brief. We kind of, wow, alhamdulillah. Through that one comment, alhamdulillah. And yeah, thank you for following the class through the recording. I know that's not as fun as when we join live, but mashallah, may Allah make us steadfast in this journey. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Amen.
All right, so that's clear, yeah? Yeah. Just want to make sure that we can see it's together, like Sahih International translate as guidance. Even Abdul Halim
Because
also
I leave it like
guidance.
guidance.
Yeah,
Mm.
guidance. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Let's come back here. Okay. Anything we need to discuss more in this grammar section? Okay, we talk about whom, like different kinds of dhamair, and we have mean here, even though this is, I think, it doesn't give like special meaning or something, but just as a reminder, we have different kinds of mean. Okay, maybe it's good to review again until we remember it by heart. Which one? Revision. Different kinds of meaning. Yeah, let's read one more time. So mean can be quantitative and qualitative. Like min anfusikum, from amongst yourselves. It's about quantitative. or give the information more accurate and makes the meaning a little more excited. For example, Jannatin tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. So we have min. Jannah, which the rivers flow right under it. Okay. And when it comes to with qabl or ba, it has two contradictory meanings. Qabla whom, before them, but if we add min qabli him, right before them or way before them. When it comes with ism tafdil, it is translated as than. Ana aktaru minka malan. I am more than you, money wise. We cannot translate it as from. I'm more from you. And then we have min zaida, stressor in negation. I have to remember this. It's only word in negation sentence. Translated as any or single or even a single. If it is removed grammatically, it would still be okay. Adding a degree to negation sentence. For example, laisa lahu kitabun, he doesn't have a book, neutral. Laisa lahu min kitabin, no, he doesn't have any book. So 1 degree of negation. Ma lahu kitabun. Oh, so ma by itself adding 2 degree of negation. Eh? No, he doesn't have a book. Ma lahu min kitabin. No, he doesn't have any book at all. Alright. Min zaidah can be fa'il, maf'ul, mubtada, khabar. For example, here we have ma atahum min nadhir. No, not even a single word came to them. So here, min nadhir take a role as fa'il fi mahalli jar. Like this is the outside word. Oh, all right. No, I understand. See, I misunderstood. Min zaidah, stressor in negation sentence. But here also min zaidah. And this is, yeah, this is still negation, yeah. No, not even a single one. Sorry, guys. Okay. Wama yu'allimani min ahadin. And no, both of them don't teach even a single person. So here, min ahadin take a role as maf'ul bihi fi mahalli nasib. We have to be careful when we have min in negation sentence. Min bayaniyah, to clarify, translated as a kinds of or types of. It is placeholder to express what it says with min bayaniyah. Often comes with ma syartiyah. Ma asabahum. Whatever disaster may have struck you all. Ma asabakum min musibatin. Whatever kind of disaster may have struck you all. Okay. Often comes with ma syartiyah. Min tab'idiyah means the mean that makes a fraction. For example, if you see a fraction of humanity or sum of humanity, it makes the chance less likely. For example, fa'imma tarayinna minal bashari ahadan. If you see any from humanity, min al-bayaniyah. Why? Min al-bayaniyah.
Min bayaniyah.
What is again? Min bayaniyah?
Min is acting, min as min
Bayaniyah.
bayaniyah.
Oh,
To clarify.
Wow, I won't be able to translate this like in 2 ways like this.
Any.
What is the difference?
Any. Different from what?
Like when it is as min bayaniyah and as min tabaidiyah.
Oh, if you see some or a fraction. If you see any
Okay.
from humanity. If you see some words. Any and some, it's a difference. If you see any, none, in other words, even one, but some is more than one, or a fraction of.
Okay, so as like from the English perspective, like, okay, can you please re-explain again what is the difference if we use any and when we use some?
Any means almost nobody. It's unlikely that you're going to see anybody. But some is already some, a fraction. Say we're 10, maybe a half or so, or maybe a quarter. But if you see any means you're not likely to see anyone. Any from humanity.
Why it is like contradictive with this? I mean,
Pardon?
like when it is as min idea, it should be less chance.
It makes the chances less likely. Yeah. If you see any, you're unlikely to see anybody. If you see some, it means it's more remote. It's also unlikely because they say really it means that it makes the if you see where is it now? It makes the chance less likely. The first one is if you see any from humanity is like supposed to be closer, and if you see some or a fraction of humanity which is more remote, it's more unlikely.
Oh, so this is like, we already know from the word that is chosen, like the chosen words here, that it's less likely happen that you will.
It seems like that to me.
All right.
Because it says it makes the chance less likely. So further away, then it's more less likely. And
Okay.
any will be also unlikely, but not so distant.
What do you think? Like, what advice you would give to me for me to be able, like, to understand the difference, meaning,
This is the first time I've heard
Any can
about
be
this by Hana.
translated as any can be translated as at all in some degree, at all in some degree, and some we know some a fraction of something. Any can be understood as at all in some degree. It's lesser than, yeah, the sister is saying the lesser than some. Kind of.
Okay,
But still it has some kind of number in it. Any has a lesser number than some. That is the way we can understand.
All right. Thank you, Sister Mu'mina. Go ahead again.
No, I'm just looking at these two sentences. The first one is the all of humanity. If you see any of all of humanity, then that will be the bayina, the one who's nearer. And if you see some of humanity, which say there's half of your humanity, or the people of Africa, or the people of the East, they are some of humanity. Whereas all of humanity, everybody.
I don't know, like the second explanation, I got it like much more
I also
easier.
don't really know what it means, but that is what I see here.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sister
There's a
Ira.
subtle difference. Yeah, very subtle.
Yeah, subtle difference. Yeah.
Okay.
You must actually have examples, and you can more or less make out what they are talking about. But like this, you can't really make out what they are really want to say.
Wow. But okay, the way I think this, like, okay, if I think from English perspective, like, okay, I'm gonna frustrate, because I feel like, okay, I don't know English that better enough to understand all this. But then if I looking at this, like, okay, I'm learning Arabic right now, so I know that min can be min bayaniya, can be min tabaidiyah. So when I see this min as min tabaidiyah, doesn't matter what this ayah translates into, like, with whatever language, as long as I know that this is min tabaidiyah, Allah is saying that the chance less likely happen, that thing. So this is what I have in mind right now. But of course, this is kind of encouragement for me to study
What
English.
is the translation of that sentence? As for the what? I don't understand. I don't know the meanings of these words. This sentence here, فَإِمَّا tarayanna min al-bashari ahada. What does that mean?
Yeah, if you see any, taro, remember taro? Ro'a yaro.
Tarayanna.
Okay, so
What is the meaning of that sentence?
taro,
As for
ro'a
what?
yaro is to see.
Oh, to see.
Yeah. So this is like nun that makes mudari heavy or heaviest.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of adding
So what is the
emphasize.
meaning of the sentence, of that sentence? As for is it Bashar is that human being?
Yeah, human.
One human being. Is it one
Yeah.
human being? If you see any humans,
Yeah,
if
if
you
you
see
see anything.
any human
Basically,
being.
if you
And
remove,
I also can understand from this. I don't know about the context, but it is saying about the two groups of people. They can be anyone, or there can be like some fraction of people, or more than one. So
all right.
possibilities are two.
So this is talking about Maryam after gave birth to Isa alaihi salam, and Jibril says to her like, if someone like pass by and see you and asking you what are you doing here, what happened here, whose baby is that, so don't talk, tell them I am like fasting. So remember that story. That's where it's come from. Yeah, Maryam alayhi salam. Alayha salam. That's the story. So talking about the mean, if we remove the mean, it will be fa'imma taroyanna al-bashara ahadan, because this is maf'ul. Adding mean, so if we see this as mean al-bayanya, then if you see any from humanity, so mean bayanya talking about, just placeholder. Okay, whatever disaster, whatever kind of people then. But then if we see as mean idea is if you see some of humanity, it's the chance for her to meet someone or anyone less. It's most likely no one like passed by there, something like that. Right?
This example they're giving here for imma tarayna, it refers to this first sentence. If you see any of humanity, like it doesn't refer to the next one, which is
Yeah, doesn't refer to the next one. Yeah. This is
refers to the
like different ways to translate this ayah. And yes, Sister Sarwat, we can think this mean as min bayanian, also as min tabaidiyah.
But the second one doesn't make sense. Then the first one makes sense if you see any of humanity, but the second one can't refer to that if you see some of humanity. You can't interpret it like that, because it doesn't make sense then. The first one makes sense, but not the second one.
Why again not make sense, the second one?
This one, if you see some or a fraction of humanity, this sentence for imma tarayanna min al-bashari ahadan doesn't make sense with that, but the first one makes sense if you see any of humanity. Okay, can be an expression, yeah, I wouldn't know.
Okay. If you see any from humanity,
yes, the first one makes sense, but the second one doesn't make sense to me. But like the other sister says, it can be an expression.
Yeah, I mean, like Ustad is trying, like, to explain how to translate that idea, but yeah, maybe in English sense, the word doesn't make sense here, but the point here is that if you see this as minta idea, somehow the chance something will happen is less. Because her case was extraordinarily. Yeah, so the way I think about this even, like, since if I think this mean as the idea, I would like to think that maybe Maryam alayhi salam were in a place that unusual place, like it's not a place that people often uh going to, like maybe in the middle of forest or something, or up in the mountain higher than usual another town people, something like that. So that's why we have an extra noon here. If you ever see, like, if, like, Allah trying to say, it's most likely you will not met anyone here, but if in case you met, someone come up to here, which is most likely no one will pass by here, then blah 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 blah. This is how I see this ayah. Regardless how which word that is used in the translation, you can use any, you can use some, because I don't know English that better enough, good enough. Just looking from the Arabic point of view, this is how I understand this ayah. Wallahu a'lam. Yeah, that's mean. Different kind of mean, and then also because we have ala, ula, ala. Let's also check different kinds of harf jar. Maybe we find something here. We have different kinds of ba zaidah, al. Emphasize in negation as well. Al-ba mulasaqah. Ba, that means along with. An yakhsifa bikumul arda. I think this is from Surah Al-Mulk. He makes the earth sink along with you. Li, basically it means for or have. When it comes with Bamir, it takes fathah. Oh yeah, this is basic, yeah. Alhamdulillah. When the majrur followed by common mubtada meant by li, it creates the meaning of possession. For example, lahu kitabun. Okay, we are good here, right? Lam hafjar versus lam al-qasam. Okay. Lam at-taukid, no? Oh, we can use lam as oath. Okay, interesting. Do you have like example in the Quran where the lam is used as a for oath? I think all right. Interesting. Allah. Nothing special can be translated in many ways on responsible against outbound. Hatta as harf jaar only appears twice in the Quran. Hatta hin and hatta matla'il fajar. Okay. And more often appears as harf nasibah, harf light with the mudari. And it makes mudari live. Okay. Harf as oath. Wow. Okay, wallahi. Ta. More serious, very upset. Tallahi. Ba can also be used as oath. Rare case. Billahi. Oh. Lam at-tawkid, not lam harf jar. It does not make the ism majrur. For example, oh la umruka. I swear by your life. Alright. Harf jar and PL, two kinds of harf jar that comes with PL. When the harf becomes a part of the PL, in this case, it no longer has its own separate meaning. For example, dhahaba, he went. Dhahaba with harf jar. B harf jar mean with by in. Dhahaba, he removed it. The ba harf jar is not being translated. Okay, so the meaning kind of used together with the PL. When the harf keeps its meaning normal, harf jar, wa ismu, ha. Okay, this is just normal. Different rules of jar wa majrur. Okay. Common ism followed by jar wa majrur, mausuf sifah. Oh, yeah, we talk about this in ayah number 2, right? Rajulun min al-qaryataini, a man from 2 towns. Jar wa majrur followed by common ism, normal sentence. Minal qaryataini rajulun, there is a man from 2 towns. Jar wa majrur followed by proper ism, exclusive sentence. Minal qaryataini rajulun, there is only a man from 2 towns. What kind of mean that means because? Do we have mean that means because? Emphasize in the meaning of oath. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you anyone that watching this have example where Islam used for oath, kindly please share with us. And also, if anyone know the answer, sisters, what kind of mean that means because?
Is it one of the memes that you went through now?
No.
Or is it a new one?
Yeah, it's new one. There is no
Oh.
mean. Yeah, that's why we put in the question. Right. At less than 1 minute, inshallah, we continue tomorrow. I know I changing the subject very fast, inshallah. If you have any